Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope things are going great for you today. If you've been kind of keeping track over the last little while, the last several months actually, you will know that kind of in our downtime we've been looking at some of the G1 Micromasters, actually most of the G1 Micromasters, and we're down really to the last two items that I kind of have access to, and we're leading to somewhere. I'll get to that in a few minutes, but the focus today is going to be the third and final Micromaster combiner transport, and that is going to be this. It is the cannon truck with cement head and terror tread, and it's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, man, hit that notification bell, please, because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. And we do a lot of things here, man. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, the Autobot family, and have a look for me everywhere across social media. And this is the final of the three Micromaster combiner transports. The other two were Autobot. They were a missile launcher thing and a tanker truck, and they were part of my ultimate Autobot base that I looked at in episode 600. This time around, this one is a Decepticon, I guess, combiner base. Unfortunately, there was only one Decepticon combiner base that was released, and it's this lad, so he is going to kind of be a little bit of a centerpiece. If you've been keeping track, then you know most things have been covered. We've covered like the teams of 4, the combiner teams of 6. We've even covered like the huge like 6 wing and 6 turbo and shattered glass Superion, all those, and many of the bases, all of the Autobot ones, except for there's one that's like a semi-truck. It's like a mobile-based thing. We didn't do that one because I don't have access to it. And for the Decepticons, we are going to end up covering everything except for, unfortunately, the two main bases, Skyhopper and I think Sky Stalker, and the helicopter and I think shuttle, I think is what they are. Unfortunately, I mean, you have to work with what you have access to, but this guy is going to go toward our ultimate Decepticon base, which is not nearly as impressive as our ultimate Autobot base that we looked at in episode 600, but it'll be alright when we get there. It'll be okay, trust me. I'm looking forward to looking at this because I think of all three of the combiner transports, this one might be my favorite. It certainly feels like the most versatile to me. Anyway, without any further ado, man, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at these guys. And so here we are to continue on with our Titan-focused week, and I know it seems strange that we're going back to a G1 Micromaster combiner transport when I'm saying a Titan-focused week, but stay with me. We've been having fun so far looking at Siege Omega Supreme, and then we compared him with Wei Jiang's Ultima Guard, and we even peppered in a few comments about DX9's Gabriel along the way, and it seems strange that we would go back to this. It is the cannon transport with terror tread and cement head. I love how their names rhyme. It's going to be building somewhere. Stick with me. We're going to begin and look at the two little Micromasters first. And when we look at this, cement head is the front of the truck, terror tread is the back of the truck. Cement head is the one who's very boastful and kind of goes in and talks a big game. And he gets backed up by Terror Tread, who's the guy who kind of walks the big walk and does the action and comes up with kind of, plans to back up the boastfulness of Cement Head. Now, I like the names Sledge and Hammer better. I love how that went together because we've seen this mold before in orange when it was used for the like Decepticon Construction Patrol Combiner team. It's nice, it rolls, this one rolls just as fine. Of course, they can split. The rear end couldn't move by itself, the front end could. To do the conversion here, you stand the little guy up and you fold down his legs and he stands up. His arms, of course, can also come forward if you're so inclined. In terms of his partner, things are a little more interesting here because you have to turn around that piece so that we have the freedom to flip down the legs here. And you flip down the legs and you stand him up as well. And here we have Cement Head and Terror Tread in their robot mode. And both of these guys can get in a seated position. Their lower legs are two separate pieces, so they can like bend the knees kind of independently, even though they're joined at the knees. The arms, they can not go all the way around. I guess they can go like straight up, straight down, but the truck pieces on the back kind of hinder it. But what I do like here is that while the vehicle mode is cohesive, we have individual colors on the robot modes, and I like that because it makes them not only feel like a team, but also feel like individuals. And I kind of like that dichotomy of how you can tell they're a team, but they're not necessarily just almost cloned colors of each other. And of course, it should come as no surprise by now that the real star of the show here is the base. And this can become, of course, one base, or it can be like two, I don't know what we call it, like battle embankments, I suppose. Artillery placements, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Apparently they have dual like plasma blasters, and there's like Superduper Scanners on this that can detect Autobots up to 20 miles away. Like, it's supposed to be a very kind of formidable base. Since it can be two separate modes, each manned by one of the Micromasters, let's separate it and do those two modes first. So we're going to take that piece away, and that leaves us with this. And how exactly do we convert this? Pretty simplistically, we come here and we flip that out. There you go, that's done. And now we can take one of our lads here, and he can, I guess, there's a spot here that looks like he should be able to stand on it. I don't know why I had such trouble getting him in there, but here he is aboard the like battle embankment. And I just wanted to get that in frame a little bit better, because I noticed after that it was sort of going out of frame. It rolls tremendously. He doesn't stand there well. There's a spot in here that I figure he's supposed to be able to lock on over or something, but I can't get him to do it. Nevertheless, this rolls really well. The whole thing here can rotate all the way around. This is cool. It's great. What about the other piece? Well, there's the other piece, and outside of removing the ramps from the side, there's literally nothing else you do. You take the ramps that we had stored on the side in a couple of the little 3mm ports that are there, and that's it. That's it. You put your Micromaster in and you're good to go. So both of them together look like this. Love it. That's excellent. I absolutely 100% dig it. Totally think it's cool. Now, not to be dull here, but what do we do once we get them back in this mode? Because we still have the kind of combined base version to go. Well, it's pretty simple. We take this whole piece and bring it up over and flip that out. No problem. I guess if you wanted, you could even turn it around, but I mean, like, it rotates, so you can kind of do it whichever way you want it. Then this comes out to the side and you angle that this way, according to like kind of official stock photography. I guess you could aim it like whichever way you wanted. Same thing. Now, here's the nice thing. This whole piece can rotate around. These two pegged in pieces can rotate around. So like this can sort of, you know, get you from any angle, really. We put a peg here. By the way, this could also like angle up for aircraft if you wanted it to. And we take the other one, and there. We put the other one on as well, and this is what we have in the end. I guess we could also take our two little lads here and put one there, and I don't know, we'll put the other one over there, I guess. So what can we say in the end about this base? Well, the color is a 10, it looks glorious. The transformation's a 10, it's super simple, but yet it looks involved and it looks like it's a full base. And the articulation, well, everything rolls really nicely. Even the little Micromasters are on the better side of being Micromasters. I'll say that's an 8 for what it is. Honestly, this is a fantastic base. It stood up, it's held the test of time, it's still excellent today. Would I like to have either a reissue of this or a re-release of this? I guess, or a revisioning of this, like in the Siege line or Earthrise maybe? Yeah, absolutely, I would be totally down for this. That being said, this can also interact with other bases. Maybe it could even be displayed with a particular Titan. We'll see as time goes on. We have one more Decepticon base to look at, but we're building toward an ultimate Decepticon base now. As far as this goes, excellent. It was, is, and probably ever will be a toy that stands the test of time and is as awesome today as the first day it was made. And here we are once again, and this is quintessentially Decepticon. Now, the two guys that are the figures are just reuses from the Construction Patrol, but it's fine. Like, I like the name Sledge and Hammer better than Terror Tread and Cement Head, but like, at least they rhyme. Whatever, they're fine. But the real star, of course, is the base, and I feel like that this base, with its glorious purple and yellow, and the cannons and the ramps, it feels like a base. Like it feels like it sprawls more to me than the other two transport bases do. And for that reason, this is my absolute favorite. Let me know which one of these three was your favorite growing up. Which one of these three is your favorite now, right now, today? I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you dropping by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time, because I know how important it is to you, man. Please, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, check out the link to donate that's down in the description. Of course, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so very, very much. And don't forget, somehow, someway, each and every day you do make a difference, and I look forward, very forward, to the next time that you and I get together, either in the live streams, at the stop motion premieres, or right here to have another visit inside the videos.